audible to a run, but I didn't have any audible set because I only have like 3 plays in that formation because I have it just for that play action play. But that was also my bad for like not just keep running the ball because I was like in field goal range anyways. There's no need to pass.
I literally said, I'm like, oh, his dude got jammed up.
Yeah.
I saw the play. I'm like, wow. You did change some plays though.
Yeah, I was running it a lot under center and from the gun.
Josh Allen's such a beast though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All I do is just put on conservative. I never slide.
This Joker's like Voltron, man. It's just like he can throw it a mile and he can run through people, and it's just like.
Yeah, I got you with that play right before half. That play's not happening if he doesn't have his X Factor on.
Dude, because I'm like, but also I mean, I have the pieces in place. I just got to develop them. Because if you look at my secondary is built like a steady secondary.
What's that? Like how?
We're hella fast.
Oh, okay.
I have a 93 speed safety and 3 95 speed cornerbacks and a 94 speed cornerback. And then Christian Gonzalez and Will Johnson.
All right.
They don't play.
We are live on YouTube.
Okay.
I am going to step away for one moment. I'll be right back in a couple of seconds, and we'll get this going.
Okay. Yeah, I'm slowly building, man. I'm slowly building. I got a philosophy that I like to do. It just takes some time, man.
You're just gonna need to replace Devontae and Mike Evans with some big wide receivers. But then you also have like whatever that ability is, like red zone threat, where you just like threw it up to him like in the end zone, and then had a safety on him for some reason. He didn't have any time to react.
Man.
Stand up.
Mike Evans will be back one more year.
Get your chin up like
I don't
you
think I'm
belong
gonna
in this
pick
place. We gon' train like you never
Devontae's
trained
lies in the
before.
sand.
You're going up against
Hey, I gotta
something
take
that you
that
can't
Vegas,
ignore.
man.
No,
This
man,
ain't a
no,
game,
like
it's
get
your
him
life
off.
that we're
Like,
playing
not
with.
good. He doesn't
There
have
ain't no
anything to
reset
like,
button
he needs
or
to
an
leave.
off switch.
He's a waste
You
of
gotta
spot.
face your fears. You gotta scratch the itch.
And then
You
there was
gotta
that
break through the
one
walls
play
and get
right
after
before
it.
half where you
Time
threw
will
it
tell
up,
who's
and I
gonna
like
make
knew.
it. I promise
Cause like
you, I'ma
the
be
play
the
before
one who's
you
gonna
threw
take
it,
it.
you
I
ran like the
fight, I
exact same
provide,
play.
leaving blood
You
on the
got a penalty
pavement. If you're
because,
up against me, then
yes,
you
step
better
out of
be
bounds
praying.
and caught the
Cause
ball.
I'll keep
So
punching
you
till my
can run
knuckles start
the exact same
breaking.
play again.
I'll keep going through the
So I
blood
was
that I'm
back there,
tasting.
and
I
still
won't
caught the
stop
ball.
till they all see
I
great.
He got a fist
Started, I've been
And then
waiting.
there's no time on the clock. We stopped the run of play, and then just
The part that hurt me on that play, what hurt me on that play was that Devontae got hurt on the previous play. On the
yeah,
one
it was somebody else.
Yeah, and so I was expecting to do a hot route that I used for that setup, and he wasn't in there. So I was like, this wasn't played. I was trying to call a timeout. It wouldn't let me because I had already on this penalty.
You can't stop
So I was just dead in the
I'm
water.
obsessive. A lot of people think that I come
It
off
wouldn't let me
aggressive,
because it
but
was
I'm just
it was
passionate.
It wouldn't let me. I was trying. Oh, you was gonna call one. Okay.
But I didn't have
You
any
gotta put
because
yourself on the
bro,
line,
it was
make
like right
moves,
after the
otherwise
first
you'll
quarter.
be
I
a
had to
sheep
use a
with the
timeout
lies
because I was
watching
spamming
you.
X, and he
Only
came
time
out
will
like
tell
Hail Mary.
who's gonna
Yes,
make it.
I
I
remember
promise
that.
you, I'ma be the one who's gonna
just-
take it. I fight,
Ah,
I
the
provide,
Devontae,
leaving
'cause I
blood
had
on the
something in
pavement.
mind
If
I
you're
wanted
up
to do
against me, then you better be praying.
And it
Cause
only
I'll
works
keep
if you
punching till my
have-
knuckles start breaking. I'll keep
Devontae
going through
has
the
it,
blood that I'm tasting.
but
I won't stop till they all see
He got whatever play that was that he went out of bounds.
started, I've been
He caught
waiting.
it. He got hurt.
He was open too. I like knew like where the ball was. I was like, that's he's gonna go out of bounds. And then like the other one, he almost scored too. I had to tackle him. And then the penalty, I guess, happened in on a defensive penalty.
Right. I'm just trying to. I'm striving for long range Jedi, man. That's what I
Today
need.
is the day. Don't
All those
waste any
passes that
time,
take
know
them
it's
out of
time to
bounds
make
that'll
a
stay in
change.
bounds. I'm just striving for long
Up
range
in your
Jedi.
mind, rearrange.
And then there was
Like the
another
guns of
one.
a hero headed
Your
out on your
first
way.
interception.
There's gonna be
It wasn't
good
like
times and
even
bad
like
times. That's
I
alright.
just overthrew it.
Stay on the line.
Yeah, I can tell that
Cause
you like
in
just
life we
pass
all
let
got
it
a
too
different
much,
mission.
and the
But
tight
the
end or
good
whoever
guy
it was
always
did
wins.
it.
He's
That's
not good
given.
at. Yeah, he's not good at all.
If
He's
you
only
stay
like
committed, you stay
69,
driven,
maybe
you'll be
70.
looking down the
So
barrel
it's
like
like-
completing your mission ignition.
It's like you can
flame,
see
get the
what I'm
fire in
trying
you,
to
listen,
do.
take
I
these
just
words
don't
deep, 'cause this is
have
real, ain't no fiction.
what I need.
Yeah.
You don't need drugs, help any prescription, just persistence and energy can win any competition. So keep fighting.
And I didn't even, for
facing any
this season, I didn't even
opposition,
care
and
how
be the hero in the story you
many interceptions I
yourself have
threw.
written.
Normally, I'm a lot more conservative, but I'm like, hey, I'm trying to develop Drake May.
Yeah.
Which I just got into at least 5 overall, but I'm like the third ability with that
A
game.
little help now that you have a superstar down.
Yes. I have not had any luck with practice Normally I get at least one. I haven't had any.
I just had one from preseason, and that's been it.
I wanted Christian Gonzalez to get one because I didn't want to spend that on him. I was going to spend it on Drake May if I didn't get that one out of it. But I'm looking for a
There's
decent.
there's also end of season devs.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's like more dependent on stats. So it depends on who does good and what Madden determines as good stats.
They used to have a chart years ago, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't even know if it was that accurate.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Chart for what?
DevOps.
DevOps.
That the game does on its own, like around Pro Bowl, Super Bowl. It used to be a chart back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it on Reddit.
All right, we are in full operation now.
We're rocking and rolling?
Yes. Cams are up. Oh, yeah. Making a couple minor adjustments real quick.
No BK?
I've not heard from him.
He's just such a busy guy. You know, he's got a lot going on.
No, he was just saying in the other server that we're in, the Red Zone League, he was saying, I need to get a second job, so I stopped playing so much 2K, and then he sent like a clip of him playing 2K.
Wow.
So he's playing what?
I mean,
Is
he's
he on
a
2K
professional
right now?
basketball player.
No, that was like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
What a nerd.
How the hell does Doc have so many devs, man? Jesus Christ.
Lions, bro.
Man.
Hey, yo. What's up, everybody? We are joined right now. Yes, we are joined right now by Chef, Luar, and Steady. We were also supposed to be joined by BK. He's missing in action. We don't know what happened to him. We are concerned about his well-being right now. Wait a minute. I just remembered. I think I have his phone number.
Oh, snap.
Hey, show it to the chat.
No.
Oh.
I'll try and call him. And we'll put him.
He's not going to answer on the first ring.
He might.
Well, guys, first things first. I think we got to talk 30 minutes about scheduling and of other stuff that nobody. We should have a 30-minute segment on Playmaker and all this important stuff that definitely matters. That's for sure.
We're calling.
Dude. I mean, the tension's building. Just
Luar, you think he's
oozing
going
with
to answer?
anticipation.
I don't know. I did
Wow.
not that late. I saw him like
I mean, he's supposed to
on
be
Discord
here.
like
He's
an hour
supposed to be
ago.
here, though.
Yeah, he even asked
He
for
doesn't
like
seem
a
like
list
the
of
type of guy that
topics.
miss.
Voicemail. The person you're
Yeah,
trying to
he
reach is not
was-
available. At the
Oh,
tone,
man.
please record your message. When you have
It's
Well,
unfortunate.
there you have it. I mean, he's, a
Okay,
busy guy.
so guys, listen. We talk about the hypotheticals of talking about scheduling. We're not going to talk about scheduling because that will probably go into a rabbit hole of me kind of expressing frustrations with Julian and about how we have a new Chargers owner. But we'll save that. It's probably good that we're doing this admin panel so that I'm detoured away from that subject. Because listen, I'm hurt. Okay, I'm deeply hurt. I don't know if you guys seen, but Julian sent Buck's in chat. Yeah. Julian sent Buck a message, right? And Julian said to Buck, "Tell Brad I'm done."
Oh, he sent him a DM on that.
Yeah, he sent Buck the DM to tell me.
Why
did he tell me? And I even sent him a DM myself, be like, yo, bro, like it's been like 2 weeks and you ain't said nothing in your scheduling channel, you know? Like, I'm hurt.
These dudes, man.
It's almost as bad as BK not being here right now. We're not going to spend a half hour, okay? We're not going to spend a half hour talking about scheduling, but we're going to spend a half hour talking about how BKO stood us up. Okay?
I'm down for that.
I think that could be controversial if we end up doing that.
Yeah.
He's not going to live this down, yeah.
Well, that is what happens.
Maybe he had an emergency.
I mean, you know,
11 p.m.?
I heard that BKO is actually like a big shot CEO, up there with the names like Elon Musk.
So the phone number I just called, it's a Pittsburgh area code. So like,
okay,
I don't like and I think he's a Pittsburgh fan too. I don't see someone like the status of Elon Musk being a Steelers fan, you know, right? Like those two things don't go together, you know? He's probably like, BK's probably like there's nothing wrong with this profession, but I would imagine BK's probably like he owns a gas station, you know? That's my
loser.
Guess. That's my guess. I think BK owns a gas station.
Let's be better. I think we should talk about the league. We should talk about the MVP race. And I know it's a heated discussion. A lot of names up there. Cyril Jenkins. I know Doc's big on Trey Lance. Caleb Williams up there. Lamar Jackson. Who do you guys got?
I still ride with Doc and Trey Lance from where his ratings were. I know how bad Trey Lance was to start.
Trey Lance is still terrible. Don't get it twisted. That guy is still bad, and he will be bad forever. He'll win the MVP and still be terrible. But nothing is stronger than the art of stat padding, you know? And
that's true.
One thing I noticed, okay.
Does Doc stat pad?
Oh, so listen.
I haven't watched any of Doc games since we played the one game in preseason.
Run pass ratio. You got to run the ball, and normally, you know, a guy like Caleb Williams, you know, these other quarterbacks, they run the ball, and it's to the running back, right? This guy just runs it with Trey Lance. So Trey Lance gets all the stats all the time. He's got like 7 rushing touchdowns.
So, I wonder how many people are going to be affected by the 70-30 rule.
I mean,
I checked.
Kind of a nightmare.
I checked like a couple weeks, like last week, and I think the only person was Stinky.
You suck, Stink. You're terrible.
I mean, I looked at his stats when I played him, and it said he's first in passing and last in rushing, so that doesn't surprise me.
So
when I played Stinky, though, he had 0 rushing touchdowns.
There's a name that we've not touched on when it comes to the MVP race.
And he's just not going to win it, so we don't need to touch on that. I don't know why we're pretending like he has any chance.
Is it Jumper?
I mean, owners don't win the MVP trophy. It's players. There's a certain player,
unless Saquon rushes for like 3,000 yards, because there's already too many records that are broken.
In the game, I'm looking at it right now, is 9th. Below C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Baker Mayfield, Caleb Williams. This guy is not winning the most valuable player
not
award.
even close.
And I get that Bradley wants to do tricks on it and spin and, you know, all this crazy stuff.
Not tricks on it and spin on around.
So let me ask this. Let me ask this, right? If the stats, if we were to take these stats out of Madden and plug them into like real life, would Saquon's numbers, the numbers he's generated, would it be 9th on the MVP poll?
He'd probably be like 5th or 6th.
No.
He's not going to be 9th, but he's not going to be top 3. Quarterbacks are putting astronomical numbers up, and they're always going to weigh that in.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson has 52 touchdowns, and he's got games to go. So
I mean, hell, I have 40 touchdowns,
though, right?
He's 20. which isn't even that bad in Madden. That's pretty
only
good.
20?
What if
He doesn't run
Saquon
with
puts
Lamar,
up
though.
3,000?
and 16.
But what
He
if
doesn't run with
I
Lamar.
just it's just not gonna. It doesn't matter.
3,000
matter.
3,000 doesn't matter?
It just doesn't. It's just never gonna happen.
He's
I
like
mean,
1,000
he'd have to put
away,
up
though.
more.
I mean, if we
But,
factor in playoffs, right? Like we factor in playoff stats, like I would say he has a solid chance of hitting
It's a regular
3,000.
season award, though.
True. I fold.
Well, yeah. It's just. I mean, listen.
I mean,
That's
I
his
appreciate the
guy.
contrarian, angle there, Brad. I appreciate it.
I mean, but it's like always the angle every time. It's always like, what can I do to meet ride jumper? And I think many grow tired of the narrative that he's a Sigma with hella aura.
I didn't
and
realize he
the best.
backdoored his way into that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, pack it up. But
Somebody like
MVP race.
somebody has to
Continue.
though, right? Somebody has to.
No, it doesn't matter. This would be like if you started glazing Deshaun Watson and said, "Oh yeah, man, Deshaun Watson's the best." Oh, just because
Right.
like who wants to see the villain, the worst, just the most diabolical individual. Dude is Deshaun Watson. You're like, yeah, let's talk about this guy. Why are we hyping this guy up?
I will say this though, in kind of giving credit to the jumper hate, and I don't want to say giving credit to the jumper hate, but maybe an angle that we look at, and I should probably back
How
off
did
a
we
little
get on
bit.
Jumper, man? What are we doing?
What happens?
He's
to
8-5.
Bradley?
He's 8-5. So
What are we doing?
He's 8-5, and
Where are we at
in society?
Yeah.
In the NFC.
He's 8-5 and atop
we
of the
doing?
NFC East,
Where are
which
we
is
talking about
true.
Jumper?
the
One
NFC.
of the teams
You
in
know,
his
though,
division has
is
no wins.
Why are we talking about Jumper?
If Bradley number 2 by some miracle beats Jumper, he could literally win the division. So like, it's crazy. We can't be, if you're a top user, you can't be in that spot.
You can't even be in a position to get pushed like that. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely not. But you gotta, he plays in a way where he could, beat anybody. He controls that clock, and that's an important skill to have. But you gotta like make the playoffs if you're gonna beat anybody. If you miss the playoffs, then
Listen,
that's just not gonna happen.
I've got no worry on Jumper missing the playoffs. I'm telling you what's happening right
How
now.
far do
he's
you
not
think
gonna
he's
miss
gonna
the
go?
I'm gonna
It's
tell
not
you
gonna
what's
happen.
happening. He's gotten lazy and complacent, right? He's gotten lazy and complacent, and like when we get to the playoffs, you're gonna see like full cheese mode Jumper, okay? Like he's gonna do what he does.
It's a double seaweed deluxe of glaze going on here.
I mean, man.
Hey,
the
Steady, I have
lubricant
a
out,
question.
got
I have a
everything.
question. It's
What's up?
unrelated to Jumper.
Okay. I'm
Prior
ready.
to the launch, you were adamant that the NFC was the superior division. Do you still stand by that?
I mean, absolutely. It's night and day. Would you not? Would you not stand by that? I don't know. I think it's silly to pretend like they're even close, because H Coke is literally the best in the league right now. He is the guy. And then we have a division of all amazing teams that have crazy records despite playing each other twice a year. So I don't know.
Then
I
what
think
about
it's-
NFC West? That's 6-6, and they're gonna make the playoffs.
Dude,
I
I'm
mean,
so
does
disappointed.
one
in
bad
Jazz, the
division
Niners.
define an entire conference? Because the AFC is just straight ass all around, to be honest.
I mean, you say that, but each division in the AFC, like the team sitting on top, has a minimum of 10 wins. You've got two.
This is gerrymandering of divisions. Because
You also
could
have the
split up the
7
NFC
seed in the
North.
NFC, and 17 in the NFC has like 7 or 6 wins.
Just a lot of the teams at the top. I mean, Wade is like the 3 seed, and that guy lost by like 40 points to a bunch of the top dogs.
Those
So,
like 10 wins though.
it's just but he loses to the guys over here that are like the 5 seeds. So like, I don't know. It's just not great. It's a bad spot to be. I think to pretend like it's close right now is silly, because I mean, maybe I'd have to look at the playoff picture. But you know what? Yeah, the guy who won that terrible division with all these bad teams, yeah, I'm sure he sucks. The Cardinals, yeah, I'm sure that guy's terrible.
I think
But
the
I'm
only reason
sure-
he got the division lead is because Bradley gave him a force win. I think they played.
I see. But I'm sure I could look at division winners on all these other teams in the AFC, and I'm sure they probably are ass too. So who cares? Who cares? It's not about them. All right.
I would say in the like major clashes that I've seen of the AFC powerhouse team versus an NFC powerhouse team, I can only think of one scenario where the NFC team won. That being
Think about
when
the H-Coke?
that being H Coke going over on Cheech.
Yeah, I mean, happened.
I think if I remember right, going into that game, Cheech was the favored team. He was sitting at number 1 in the power rankings. In the league betting, right? It was like favored towards Cheech. I put all my money on H Coke and I won big that week. It was very nice. Yeah. And I'm not used to winning in the bets because like I keep going with like the Packers team like when he plays and he just continually lets me down in game of the week games.
Who did I let you down against?
I don't remember. You were matched up in some game of the week and I like,
lost to Doc in overtime because he received the ball.
That's what it was.
We lost.
Yep. I betted big and I lost really big. So
I was projected to win by 10 against Jumper. I mean, it didn't happen. I don't know who bet on that spread. You'd have to be pretty slow in the head to want to do that. I'm taking the money line there. I don't know who bet on that spread. But that was a thing. I don't know who makes the lines. Is it all BKO? Man,
Yeah.
you'd be ripping into that guy.
It's too bad he's not here right now. I mean, it'd be nice to talk to him about it.
I mean,
yeah, but you know.
Jumper says he lost to Steady on a Hail Mary.
Wasn't even a Hail Mary. It was just you just got burnt. He sucks.
Yeah.
Why would you he had one route to not give up and then he gave a touchdown. You can't do that. That's terrible. Did you see the play?
I did not.
I saw it, yeah. He
I
just
think you guys
just
should
be like some deep zone.
Yeah, I mean, probably look at the play. Not even a Hail Mary. But these things happen. Apparently it's a characteristic of his to give up deep bombs to lose the game, according to him. So
Jesus.
probably a thing you want to address.
Play on them safeties or something. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, but all right. Got any other ideas, or let's toss them around. We got something, right? Somebody can think of something.
So Steady.
Yeah.
H Coke is undefeated. Like, how long is he going to maintain this?
I think at this point he could probably carry that over the end of the year for sure.
Yeah, is he? Are we talking 17-0?
I think it's certainly on the table, and it's quite the impressive feat. But obviously, there's a lot of guys that I think are pretty damn good in the NFC. I think maybe the Vikings won't make it. He joined late, had a bunch of losses.
Yeah.
He might get knocked out. That would be pretty sad. But outside of that, there's like literally 5 teams over in the NFC playoffs that could potentially make a run. So 17-0 would be impressive, but job's not finished, right? That's what they say. Like, why celebrate? We still got to get the whole thing, got to win that bowl. So
Week 17. Falcons at Bills. What we got?
wow, Luar is going to get absolutely railed, and it's not even going to be close.
Probably.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Damn, no confidence? Nothing.
No,
Jesus.
no confidence in Luar. That's really the game of the week.
He beat me in the first Super Bowl. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember it was like a 7-point game, and he was going for a field goal, or it might have been like a 3-point game. And I always come out in safe field. Yeah, I always come out in safe, man. It was like a 35-yard field goal, and he ran a fake and scored a touchdown. And that basically like iced the game in the fourth quarter.
You was in safe man or no?
No, I didn't do it.
But
The
I always
one time.
come out.
The one time.
Yep.
Damn.
Yo, Stinky, I see you. I see you in chat. Oh, I see. Never mind. I see it. I see it. I see you responded.
Damn. That's tough.
What
Man.
does
Yeah,
H
so-
Coke play? We got like 4 games left.
Here, I'll take a
I
gander. I'm not
was
doing it right now.
I was actually pulling it up right now. Pulling up
Yeah.
the league.
Is he on? Okay, he's playing the Seahawks. It would appear. I'm sure he'll win that one. Seahawks, Cardinals,
borderline playoff
Bills,
team.
Commanders. So I'll tell you what. I certainly think H Coke would be totally down to let the Commanders win. If it meant that he took Jumper's playoff spot, he would 100% do that.
Like rest his starters and everything.
H Coke's an entertainer. My voice just cracked.
I mean that is a sim thing to do. There's a certain team in Buffalo that did that to the Bengals this year. Or no, it wasn't. It was the Chiefs that did it to the Bengals. It was the Chiefs that did it to the Bengals. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That would be a hell
off.
of a way to miss the playoffs if you're Jumper.
The last week of the regular season, the Chiefs sat their starters. If they would have won,
So funny.
Burrow would have got in.
I think
Who does Jumper play?
Jumper? Here, we'll look at that guy too. Let's find out. Doo-doo.
He probably plays Brad number 2 again.
He does play him again. I think Bradley's going to need to win that game to have any chance. He
He's
plays
got Commanders,
the Commanders
Cowboys,
this week. Cowboys, Rams, Giants.
Giants.
And a lot of those teams probably tanking. So
Giants is
go
a
next?
borderline playoff. So is Commanders. Cowboys has 0 wins. But yeah.
Dash,
I'm
yeah,
not-
Dash
dude.
is solid. I don't really
He's like
know
7 and
anything
6
about
right now.
Rams.
Is the Cowboys even playing his games?
He is.
I played him. at some
He's just
point.
losing that many
He's
games.
no, he's just really. I think he's tanking.
So is
I mean, he was
Oh.
really bad. He was really, real bad. I mean, man.
I was like,
It looks like
okay.
he. It looks like he beat the Chargers. So probably a force win for his one win here.
Yeah, because Julian disappeared.
It's like 3 games.
Shout out to that
Don't
guy.
get me started. Julian's supposed
Yeah,
to be my
so-
guy. Like,
I mean, clearly Julian hates you with every fiber of his being.
I love the message.
That's
Tell
why
him
he didn't-
yourself.
I mean, I can't believe he would make someone else do it. It's not like it'd be a bother. You're sending a message on a social media app, bro. That's crazy.
let
So
me
I don't know what the deal with that is.
let me look. Looks like we are joined by Stinky hopping in. Stinky, we appreciate you.
God.
Oh, guys.
Viewers at home, bear with me 1 second while I fix the.
Dude, I
fix
can't
this
believe you
stuff.
actually let this guy in here.
I
What are you
can't believe it
talking
either.
about? I need to be in here. I need to be here.
Well, it's good to have you here. You know, you've been a popular topic as of late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've been talking about you a lot. I mean, it was nice to see Brad kind of shift over some of the glaze to somebody who's actually relevant, right? He was talking about how in a lot of the clashes with the NFC that you've come out on top representing the AFC. Now, where I already kind of know where you stand, but I want to hear from you where you stand in the AFC versus NFC as a member of the AFC.
I mean, listen. I think apart from me, the 3 other best players in the league all reside in the NFC, of course. 2 of them being in the NFC North, 1 of them being in the NFC South. But I do have to give my flowers to Cheech. You know, Cheech is pretty good. But at the end of the day, I think the NFC is the superior conference. I think the AFC is a 2-man show.
And this is coming from one of the top dogs in the AFC. So
Indeed.
throwing it out there. All right. I mean, I knew that would strengthen my
So
argument,
who
so I asked.
are Stinky? Who are these other top guys in the league you're referring to?
I mean, we know the guy in Detroit.
Okay.
Obviously, Doctor. I got to give the flowers. You know, Doctor.
Okay.
Can play the game.
Okay,
Can play
yeah,
the game.
yeah. So we
The
got
guy in
Doc.
Atlanta, obviously.
Yeah, the guy in Atlanta.
obviously.
Okay,
H. Coke.
Okay.
He's that guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna go 19-0, and he's gonna play the Ravens, and he's gonna go 19-1. But it's all right.
and then
It's
we
all right.
got. Let me guess.
And then, of course-
the guy in Green Bay.
We have King Gooner himself. Yeah, we got Steady. I think Steady is.
Okay. Okay.
I think Steady's up. If I had to rank the best
Man.
players in the league, I would go Steady number 1, H Cook number 2, Doc number 3, and then I would probably go Cheech 4. I'd say I'm 5. That's what I would say the top 5 people in the league are.
Luar, I have a question. Luar, Chef, I've got a question, guys.
Yeah, talk to me.
Is there maybe some bias here? Like, let's think about this, right? We got Stinky, we got Steady, we got Doc, we got H Cook. You know, the 4 guys all from the kingdom who are all like BFFs, right? Like these guys do Thanksgiving dinner together, you know? Is there maybe some kingdom bias here? Like, are these guys unable to see like past their own?
This on some jumper
The
level.
truth is,
Cheech, did you guys catch? He put Cheech under all of the kingdom guys.
I put Cheech above
he put Cheech above himself.
I mean, that's like that. You're projecting false humility here. I don't believe that. You're the top guy in the AFC. Okay.
Okay, but if we're being honest here, I'm gonna ride with those 3 over Cheech any day. If I had if my mom's life is on the line, I'm taking those guys no matter who they're playing in the league.
I mean, the truth is, the reason why that exists is because the league that we come from is about actually playing and being the best. These people here want to goon on Sim and throw inaccurates to the other team on wide open players. Like you were talking about before the stream, you know, Joe Burrow misses his guy by 30 yards and it's a free pick. We're all about stick skills. You know what I'm saying? So it would make sense to put those you deem the best at the video game at the top of the rankings when you're playing. You know what I'm saying?
That brings up a controversial subject. We've talked about it a little bit in chat, but there's not been like an official announcement. But I feel like we've talked about it, and I think everybody at this table knows the details of it. I'm assuming Stinky knows the details of it, but
I saw something in chat about maybe doing comp for a little bit next season.
The plan is at the beginning of next season, the first half of the season, switch it to comp, force people to play on comp for half a season.
Week 9, right, Bradley?
Yeah, for half a season, force people to play on comp, and then we take a league vote. And in the thought process on like forcing us to play half a season on comp before doing a league vote, I think it's a thing where like people have very strong opinions and are unwilling to see past their strong opinion on it. And like we form these opinions on it, and like we never taste the other side, right? So force the league to taste the other side, and then we put it to a vote.
Didn't we put a caveat on it as well with going to comp? Something about movement rules?
There's also been discussion on the movement rules, also kind of doing the same thing with that, taking a more conservative approach with the movement rules, implementing
Nothing
that for half a season, and then league vote.
So, to put it in English for all the simpletons out there who aren't in the Avalanche, have no idea what's being said, the compromise, apparently, that's being talked about is if they switch to comp, you can't pre-position your dude. And what I said is, well, what the hell's the point? I'd rather be on Sim, because you know what's going to happen? Me, Doc, and all the other gooners are going to run RPO read Y flat, which is literally unguardable unless you pre-position. So, you know what? If that's what we want to do, hell yeah. I'm all for it. Are you for that, Stinky?
Listen, I would love to get in the Steady custom and get to work. You know, there's nothing I'd love more. And if I have to go to those lengths in order to keep on winning games, I'll have to do it. But it's not something I want to do, you know?
I think so, to kind of like combat
in order to win games.
a thing I think to kind of like balance out to like protect with the RPO thing, right? If a offensive player goes in motion, that opens up the capability of moving someone else pre-snap.
But the problem is you don't have enough time to switch over. You have to switch over too, even in like RPOs with motion.
Yeah, there's no motion in the RPO play. You snap the ball and you chuck it to the flat for 50 yards. It's sweet, dude. It's the best.
Chef, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
We're just kind of hashing this out here in the call, right? Um, what
Talk to
what
me.
are how do I say this? What are your concerns with like the unlimited pre-motion? I think the concern I have with it is I feel like it enables just like cheesehead blitzes, right?
I just don't want to see what Stinky does again. Like that's not realistic. It even remotely close to
The hell
anything
did
similar.
Stinky do? That guy just runs mid blitz. That guy
That-
only runs mid blitz.
Like I understand loading the box, but the mess that he was doing, that's like there because with doing that, there's no way you can run the ball because the O line is completely glitched out.
But you got to think about it. The way we built our team down in Baltimore.
I understand that, but you don't run the ball either, so there's no caveat to that either. So it's like
No, I thought Stinky only moves his user. He literally just sits his user and he's like, I'm gonna
that
go
Joker,
grab the nuts of the center.
Everybody in the box,
So I
and
only
then puts them in there,
I think
and
it
then gets
depends
on
why-
his user.
I think it kind of depends who I play. If I play somebody who likes to run inside zone a lot, yeah, I'm gonna stack the box. But if I'm playing steady or someone, I'm not gonna stack the box. If you pass the ball, I won't stack the box on you.
I mean,
No,
I
I
think I
feel
did
that
okay against you. I don't
Stinky-
feel like I struggled.
because when we were playing, you were calling like a lot of blitzes at the beginning, but then
Yeah.
once I started like you were calling like a lot of man, and I started like beating your man, and then you started sitting in zone.
Yeah, we just.
Mm-hmm.
That's football, baby.
That is
football.
football. That's what
football.
here in the Illuminati. That's what we promote. The way our rules are set up.
Oh, now he's co-ownershiping the Illuminati now. Now that's what he's doing now.
That's what we're promoting here. We're promoting real.
It was
That's
just
right.
Kingdom like
this
10
is
minutes
all
ago.
sim, baby. Simulation football.
I think-
Hell yeah.
Current rule set is as sim as we get, But once we move to comp, that's I think when Illuminati truly hits its peak form, and we're ready to just be like truly indulge. I think once we move to comp, the sky's the limit for us.
This guy.
I don't know what it looks like backing up to like the notion of adjusting the pre-snap motion. I don't know what it looks like, but I think there's a way that we can establish a
ground
rule.
somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's a rule we can establish for all parties to be happy, to still kind of give that creative freedom, but also balance it out to protect the integrity of things.
What'd you say? Got to workshop it a little bit more.
The truth is, it's not going to impact any of us because if I really want to pre-snap motion, whatever, I'm going to take the guy, whatever, I'll make it work. I'll move one dude, and I'm just going to immediately switch stick. And look at that. I've done pre-snap motion. It doesn't even matter, and it only affects the poopers who suck. So if you want to make my job easier, there's already plenty of a skill gap when you just like play the game normal, like a normal person. But if we want to put some like loopholes and stuff, whatever, dude. But it just makes things more complicated for the peons of the league,
Because it's going to create an even bigger valley.
That's what I think. Because they're gonna be like, this is witchcraft. Like when Kyrie Irving, they talk about him transporting back to like the '60s, and that's basically what we're gonna be seeing. It's been like, whoa, man, how the heck did he do that? Wow. Yeah. So I don't know. Whatever.
Question.
Let's hear it.
As we talk about like AFC versus NFC, and we talk about like the top teams in the divisions and the conferences, on the lens of the AFC, we've talked about Stinky, we've talked about Cheech. Who are the other contenders in the AFC?
I think the reason why we say
Dang,
the
nobody
AFC
give
is
Wade any love?
terrible. Dude, Wade lost by like 50 points.
I
Who
mean,
did
we
he
can't
lose
have,
to?
we
I
can't
beat
have
him by like
one-off
literally
games.
70. Dude, if you lose all your games against the good people by 70 points, then you're probably not that great. I'm gonna hop on and look at the games right now.
Damn,
So
that's
his
tough.
losses, he loses to Jumper by 14. He lost to me by 28.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize it was that bad.
It was terrible. It was real bad.
What happened with that game?
You got dick, bro. That's what happened. What do you mean? Bro. I don't know. It is what it is.
Is Buck good?
Buck?
Buck.
Who is Buck?
the Titans.
Titans.
Oh,
I don't know how he's in playoff.
no, he just runs around with the quarterback. No,
he beat Buck 50 to
Pretty
22.
sure that guy
He beat
ass.
Psycho 49 to 17. He beat Nick 38 to 7.
I don't think Nick's that
All
good,
these
though.
names are people that like aren't that great.
Yeah, I don't feel
Not
like
gonna lie
hurting
to you.
people.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. I think Jordan is like 3 wins, right? He won 35 to 30. But guess what? It's an AFC guy, and it's not one of like the top 2 that we're super high on. It's just like one of the losers who, there's the king
So
and
it's
queen
like
of the
it's
the
like
AFC,
2 and a
and then
possible.
all of the losers who are just kind of there.
Looking
to
at
see-
his schedule, he's literally beat nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like the
Damn.
Texans, with how things are looking right now, the Texans can be an okay win.
And I felt like Jordan could have done better, man. I had high hopes for Jordan.
Bro needs to beat people, but he plays Cheech like this week, so he wants to beat him. I mean,
He might could get something on his resume.
The Colts, people are high on that guy. They think he's a cheeser.
Jesus Christ.
He's like 7 years old. I don't know. I can't call that guy a cheeser. He's
Is he really? How old is he? He's not that young.
He's so old.
Oh,
dude.
he's not that old.
He's so old, nah, bro. He's super old, dude. How old is this guy, Luar?
I don't know. I know he runs
like-
RZL now though.
He came in.
He's like
He
40
came in late.
45 minimum, dude.
I thought
That guy.
Oh.
That guy's like filling up his 401k, bro.
Is he the oldest person in the league?
No, I'm trolling. I have no idea what that guy. All I know is that he's just kind of like he's just some guy. He's just some dude from Red Zone League. I've
If
never
BK
seen
was
him
here,
be
he would
like-
know.
Yeah, I mean, if only BK was here, right?
Dang it, BK.
But yeah, the Broncos probably needs to beat some of these guys here at the end of his schedule.
I believe
Um,
was next week or something.
He
Dang,
Wait,
I
who?
didn't-
So-
I never
Play
looked
him.
at way.
We play him next week. This is game of the week because we need a new game of the week for next week.
There you go.
Hey, that's BK job too. Dang.
Because it's Nick, and Nick is on vacation for like 2 weeks apparently.
Jesus Christ.
so far, it looks like his biggest win, Jordan's biggest win, has been against Luar.
Like, that was there was no defense at all that game. He got handed like 2
Yeah.
like Madden moments, and yeah.
By the
But
way,
yeah, his offense was really good.
What is-
It was
what
just,
is a
like,
Madden
nonstop zig
moment?
routes.
What is a Madden
know that
moment?
too.
Like,
What's a mad moment, Laura?
there was this one play I remember because like if I got this would have turned the tides of the game.
Did it slow down and go in slow motion or something? What happened?
I
Yeah,
think
you
what
could say
he's
that.
trying to say. I think what he's trying to say is he got screwed by the game being on sim. Is that what he's trying to say, Stinky and Steady?
God, dog.
I mean, it could be what he's trying to say. I
I
wish
just-
he would describe what a Madden moment is. Like,
Yeah.
Well, this was the exact moment. So like this is what happened. Like the first drive of the game, I throw an interception, but on the play, I threw the ball intending to run forward with my wide receiver and cut the ball off. But I click onto my wide receiver and he just doesn't move. He's just standing there.
That sounds like the awareness
Like a
level is
statue.
low.
it
But
just sounds like
the exact
he got
same
picked.
thing happened to Jordan later in the game, and he does it over 3 of my guys, catches the ball, gets hit stick in the air, comes down with the ball, and he basically like ices the game after that.
I mean, that sounds like a Madden moment. The other thing.
But there was another
is-
one too.
Okay.
He threw running
of
back
these.
on a wheel route,
So it's
Gets-
like 40s.
catches the ball like with his running back, gets
So-
hit sticked,
So many
with his
Madden
running
moments.
back, and still holds onto the ball like a running back. They don't catch. They don't catch
They really
passes.
don't- they
Joe
really don't
Mixon
be
doesn't
catching
catch
like
passes
that.
like that. 40 yards down the field.
Well,
It happens
like,
every
no.
once in a blue moon. It's like
So-
fluky.
maybe they love to drop it for sure.
There's something we need to
Um,
talk about. There's something we need to talk about.
Colts is 35, by the way. But go ahead. Sorry, he told
Oh,
me.
okay.
Throw it out there.
So,
He was like, "Don't say I'm 57."
so something we need to talk about. Doc brings something up in chat.
What
I'd
did
love
Doc
to hear
say?
this.
Doc says he poses the question, "How washed is Luar?" And
Oh,
then the
damn.
follow-up
I'll say
comment:
that I'm washed. man.
Luar's
Luar's kinda
fall
good.
Luar's fall off needs to be an Illuminati segment.
Why are we
But
blasting him?
wait,
man?
wait, wait!
What's-
Before we start, all the way back, Brad, in Omega, I remember I beat Doc in the NFC Championship. I was the Packers, he was the 49ers, and I beat him. And I went on to win that Super Bowl. So I had that over Doc.
Yeah. I don't
How many
know
years
if
ago
that's
was
the
that?
same Doc. I think it's the
like-
different Doc.
Oh,
there's
really?
I know. Yeah, there's a lot of
because
Docs.
like it's two
that's
cycles
Doc
ago?
with the Glock, and then the other Doc was like the
Guardians Doc. I know what Guardians Doc.
Like,
Oh my God,
I don't
I thought it
know
was
if he's
him
in
this whole
Guardians. I know
time.
he's in Kakashi's league.
I don't think Doc's in that.
Our Doc is only in MKL in this.
Yeah, I
thought
think
it
it's
was
the
him
other
this whole
Doc.
time.
Yeah, you just have the wrong guy. You know, you have his twin
But yeah,
brother.
I definitely am washed. I think I've had an easy schedule.
You know what? I
mean, the
feel
truth
I
like
haven't won my hard games.
I kind of wish we would have recognized the Omega League within the canon of the Illuminati League. I kind of wish we would have.
I don't know anything about that. This is ancient
I
history.
can't remember anybody who's in this one that was in that one.
Hey, you were there and
Jumper.
you got the bull.
Yeah, Jumper was there. Julian, maybe Buck. I think Buck was in there.
So, Lou, I want to ask you about what happened way back in week 4. Why'd you lose by 31 points to the Chiefs, bro?
That one, I just got off to like a really bad start, and I never recovered. Yeah, I beat Jumper though. That was a big win.
That's boring.
I think you losing to the Chiefs by 31 points really
But
just
shut up.
open and shut the argument here.
Is there any other good teams that have been besides like Jumper? I don't think
Oh,
there
you got
is.
blown out by 21 by the Jets.
Yeah, that game was close, and
You
then
lost to the
it got out of
Texans by
hand.
3.
You
We
shut
were sitting
out.
on it
You
earlier.
shut out the Panthers. Shutting someone out, I think, is like a big deal, right? Like
He left.
I
he
suck,
left the
and I've
game.
not
We
been
played-
shut
He
out yet.
conceded. He conceded.
Oh yeah,
He left in the
yeah.
third quarter.
Yeah, the guy of the week.
Yeah.
I remember now.
I mean, you
I mean, I was when I played
got
Stinky.
you
I was
got
up
dogged.
10-7.5.
yeah, that didn't go too good. 21 unanswered and get shut out. That's not
Dude,
great.
Stinky, you ran that one play. That's only one play touchdown with Itchy Schwartz. You ran that twice in a row.
Dude, Luar has 3 games left, and one's against Cheech and one's against H-Coke.
I'm
Is Luar
expecting to
making the
lose.
playoffs?
I'm gonna have 11 wins though. I play Dolphins. I'm expecting to lose both of those last 2 games.
Who is in your division?
Probably be a first
bro?
round exit.
Me, Cheech, Luar, and Dolphins. I don't know what's his deal, man. The Dolphins is
I mean,
I don't want to
guy,
be like.
Luar,
You can't
Luar.
have
I think
that team
Dolphins
with
has
that
a terrible
speed.
user.
Hey,
with
Luar.
that type of speed, and I don't want to dog him out, man. I'm gonna leave it alone.
if
Luar,
Luar
what's
loses
your
out
take?
and the Chiefs win out, they take his spot.
You know what I think?
You say
an important-
Chiefs?
Yeah, bro. If the Chiefs win out,
He's not here. He's on vacation.
oh well, sucks to
Wait,
be that
can
guy.
we, while I'm here, can we just Bradley?
Oh shit.
I think there's something I think there's an elephant in the room we need to address. And
Okay.
listen, I know Chef's come in and he's kind of saved it a little bit. You know, I won't lie. I had my gripes with him at the start, but he's kind of saved it a little bit. He's done his best to save it, but he can't make up for 4 other people being awful at their job.
I know where he's going.
And I think that the simple fact is the Illuminati Trade Committee is one of the worst trade committees I've ever witnessed. The Illuminati Trade Committee, if the Illuminati is a verified league, it's put up on a pedestal to be the best. The Illuminati Trade Committee discredits the league. The way the Trade Committee acts, the way they try to poke at trades, the way their judgment value on trades, I think is an indictment on the league, and I think it is very bad. Let me give an example. here. I know one of our old trade committee members, Aaron, the old Colts user. As you guys all know, I don't want to make this personal, but I submitted a trade for DK Metcalf. Kyle Hamilton, an X-Factor safety, alongside a 92 speed running back for DK Metcalf. If you want to decline it because you don't think a safety is worth a wide receiver, go ahead. That's your prerogative. I don't think it's real, but go ahead. This guy declined the trade. Mind you, the trade was submitted via Neon, so it tells you the dev, right? It tells you somebody's X factor. I'm like, Aaron, why'd you decline the trade, man? What's wrong with it? Yeah, man, I don't think a X factor safety is worth the star dev receiver. Well, Aaron, I hate to break it to you, man. DK Metcalf's an X factor, and I don't
think he saw that. I don't think he saw it.
I think that's an indictment on. But why is a member on our trade committee that can't read? Because it was there. I mean, I think And
He's not in the trade committee anymore.
And then who else?
He ain't even in the league anymore.
Listen. I love WV George, great guy, but he's 1-12. Why is it got a
Great guy.
number 2?
Hey, I can't lie to you. I hate what he's done to my Niners. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, and then number three, Jumper. Listen. Let me give you a little bit more context about Jumper. Your second son. This guy must be part of the CIA the way he has dirt on you, dude. It's crazy. But let me tell you about your second son. This guy DM'd me after the Kyle Hamilton trade. He's like, hey man, you need to go ahead and send more value. And then what does he do? I forget. It was some other trade. He went and he told me Kyle Hamilton was worth less than like a star dev 93 speed receiver or something.
What?
This guy is it's insane. I mean, our trade committee. Who's the fourth member of our trade committee? We've just 3 of them completely.
Isn't it Jordan?
There's only 4 right now.
There's something I want to tell you, but I'm afraid to tell you because it'll add fuel to your fire.
I mean, I know because it's me.
All right, I gotta tell you.
Go on and tell him, Brad. Go on and tell him.
What's the dude's name? In the last Illuminati Jumper traded him to me. The wide receiver. What's his name? I forget.
AJ Brown?
Yeah, AJ Brown.
Wait, what?
He was going to trade me AJ Brown again this cycle. You want to know what I was going to send him?
What?
Cam Taylor Britt and a 2nd round pick.
I mean, listen, truth be told,
I don't know how that would have got through there, but
truth be told, I don't really give a fuck about AJ Brown. I think I don't really give a fuck about AJ Brown. In another world, I might consider doing that. I probably wouldn't do it because you can probably get more. But at the same time, I mean, yeah, that's an indictment on Jumper because obviously the guy is one of our trade committee members, but he can't trade.
You know how last time we traded, when we made a trade earlier in the year, like the beginning of it, and I said let's never trade again because I want to trade with people that like I can rob. Yeah. I love trading with Jumper, right? Like Jumper's one of my favorite people to trade with. Like you can just like.
I mean,
Jumper,
hey, you're
if you're in
blasting
the
me for
chat,
trying to get all
let's
those
trade.
picks for trading those old players from the Pats for the second and the future pick.
He is a Pats fan, so like. He is a Pats fan, so probably biased there.
But yeah, I think to overhaul this trade committee, we need to get some new members.
What if we did like every season we did like you got to
New
vote
trade committee
on the
people?
trade committee?
No.
Yeah,
No.
that would
Vote
be
who's
fun.
in the trade committee?
Yeah, that would
gotta-
be fun.
Like in the off season?
Yeah.
No, you got to pick 5 guys.
You gotta run for re-election.
Nah, I don't know. You just got to pick like 5 active people so they vote on all the trades. 'Cause people
Not
submit
even-
like a million trades.
But you need to make sure they're competent though. You need to make sure they're like the brain is there because like your Jumper's active, but again the brain not there.
How do you know if they're competent?
He said the lights is on, but nobody's home.
You
Wow.
gotta send them 5 trades, send them pictures of 5 trades, and be like, "Would you?"
And then
accept
quiz him.
Just be like, "Would you accept it or not?"
The test.
Like it's
What I don't like is when they say you're not setting enough value, but if you added a 5th round pick,
oh my god,
I'd go ahead and
that's
approve
the
it.
Jordan. I mean, that's the
What the
Jordan
hell do you
special right
mean?
there. That's
What
the
is
Jordan
5th round?
special.
This 60 overall normal dev rookie with the 5th round.
I have a question.
Not a
Does
difference
anybody care about a 5th round pick?
No.
Like, is there a single 5th round pick that like anybody's starting? Like, is anybody starting a 5th round pick?
I mean, dude, probably. But listen, okay.
He said
Truth
probably.
is,
Probably Dolphins.
I did draft this
rule-
superstar wide receiver in the 5th round.
the best rule I've ever seen is in terms of a trade committee was if you could add a 2nd round pick to either side of the deal and it would make you accept it, then approve it. It's like a baseline. And it sets up, what's good, what's bad. Now people are going to value it differently, but that's
a good way to kind of give it a litmus test.
If you add a 4th round pick, I'll approve your trade. That's stupid.
I like how you said that.
Wait until these guys find out what league adopted this. I mean, these
yeah, we got this. We stole this from Shies, and now we do it in ours.
You stole it from who?
If you got a trade,
called
if you can add a
Shies.
2nd round pick to either side,
That's what they had on their trade
that'll allow you to
committee
prove
rule.
it and just let it go. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Because that makes sense, because in real football, teams add whatever they get away. I mean, obviously, if it's like,
And there's different variables if they're on the last year.
I'm
going to
give you a 2nd round pick for a 7th round pick, and it's like, well, if I added a 2nd round pick to the 7th round side, I'd accept it, But obviously, not going to work in that spot. But generally, I feel like that's a good rule of thumb, and it will help get trades approved. And it's okay for teams to be ahead or behind in the trade. You know, winners and losers. Throwing it out there.
So if that's the case, then let's talk about the major trade that started with Doc and getting Myles Garrett. What's the thoughts, the consensus after we?
That trade was ass.
What was
Man, I wish BK was here.
He got Myles Garrett and pick 2, and he sent like a mid center that will never be good, and like a crappy defensive tackle that will never make an impact or something.
Did he send
It was
Frank
a really
Ragnow?
bad trade. Yes, and he sucks.
Frank
It was-
Ragnow, Taylor
thought it
Decker, Jameer Gibbs. Frank Decker,
Yeah.
he's a superstar dev though. Taylor Decker's old.
Mhm.
It was just it was a really bad trade. I didn't like
And
that
then Doc
trade at
drafted
all.
like an X Factor or a superstar.
He drafted like a
outside linebacker.
superstar pass rusher to
I
combo
knew the
with
dude
Myles
as soon as I
Garrett.
saw him, and I'm like, I'm so sick.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't believe I was like, okay, Miles are the second, but not both. But
That was like
hey,
the first trade that went through too.
I mean,
that
Jameer
trade,
Gibbs is
it
good
took
and
a-
all, but you know, running back, meh.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
way easier to develop a running back than.
And he doesn't even really use Gibbs like that.
No, I mean it's nice to have a guy who's like not a tortoise out there. Don't get me wrong, but you're trading
But
away Myles
He was
Garrett.
like, oh well, Myles Garrett is an even swap for Jameer Gibbs. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
but that trade did have to go back and forth 17,000 times. So
this is true. I mean, I'm sure at that point there was some like fatigue from the trade
Mhm.
committee, and they said, "God, spare me from this hell. I can't take this anymore. The purgatory of voting on this trade needs to
then
end."
Doc just started spamming Neon.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
got the system switched now, where you can only have one pending. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, a real doozy. But good topic though on the trade committee there. Steve.
Roddy says in chat it was the worst trade he's ever seen.
It was a rough one. I mean, that was a bad moment. I mean, obviously he's in my division, but even still, like, I thought it was shocking that'd go through. I know he wasn't very happy with the Baker Mayfield trade.
I mean,
You guys have thoughts on that?
I mean, I think, again, back to our trade committee, Bradley's second son, Jumper, goes in chat after he finds out we're talking about how this trade was approved. Me and Doc were like, oh, this is unacceptable. Comes in, oh my God, Baker Mayfield had passed lead elite. Dude, it says it right on
Wow.
the right on
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
he didn't know it.
That's
These
right on
people
the
are
thing.
voting on the trades and have no idea. They don't know what they're
I
voting
think-
on.
I think that was the one that I downvoted, and I came back and it was pushed through. And I'm like, what happened?
I mean, listen, Bradley, there's a simple fix for this, and you're not gonna like it here. You might, I know you're a reasonable guy. You might be willing to hear it. I don't know if the rest of the league will like it, but I think you need to get the MKL boys plus Chef on the trade committee, and I think
Oh,
we
Jesus.
I think we can save this. I think the MKL boys plus Chef. I think we could save this trade committee. We could really make some magic happen.
Wow,
The-
bro's campaigning.
He's campaigning, so why don't we put it up for league vote? You know,
You don't think there'll
I
be like a
think the
conflict
idea-
of interest?
I think the idea of voting in a trade committee is hilarious, but I think much like real politics, what we're going to see is it's going to split into parties, and it's going to be, from what I can tell right now, it's going to be the MKL party, and then probably the Red Zone League party, and they're going to put all their guys into office, and then they're going to have a monopoly over
you know.
the trading.
I think
the
I
trade
kind of
empire.
like that. We could make like a.
Isn't
we
that
could make
that's
like
hilarious?
we could make like roles, like political party roles.
That
You know,
is so funny.
like make
That is
political
super
party
funny.
roles and like make like logos of them for them. You know how like IRL
For
it's
their
like
party.
a donkey and an
You're
elephant.
gonna hold elections
You
too.
know?
Yeah, like it'd literally be a yearly election.
The
you know, for
MKL,
Madden
our
season.
logo is the lion. We already called the lion. The lion's ours. All right, it's ours.
So funny.
Wow.
I think that'd be hilarious. But
Do we
really, I
got do
think
we
it'd be
got
just strange,
Cheech
though.
or one of the Red Zone admins in the YouTube chat right now? If so, like you guys need to come up with a political party animal for the political party logos.
So freaking funny.
I
Well,
like it.
there's an idea, and
I
we'll
like
see if that catches any traction. But that's what I'd imagine happens here. I don't know if there's any other leagues that are prevalent. You know, third party. We got like Jill Stein out here. Like,
Maybe like
I
the
don't know.
remnants, the remnants of IFL.
Yeah, I mean, here you
Is
go.
is IFL still alive? Are they still playing?
No,
No.
Didn't their head admin just?
I know
leave the
Jordan
league?
has his.
Didn't Julian just like go quit the league?
I mean, he's gone. He's out, dude. backed it up. They actually filled in. We filled in with the new MKL
Oh
members.
my god. Who was it?
It was Anti.
Oh my god.
To strengthen our political party here.
Listen, in the
MKL.
I won't lie. In the MKL, Anti is very against us, but Anti will ride hard outside of the MKL. Anti will ride hard for us.
Really?
I mean, this is a big pull for us.
What's the numbers right now? Like MKL
no idea.
against RZL members.
MKL has 5 right now.
Oh, RZL
Listen,
definitely.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I don't
RZLs.
wanna. I don't want to add any more RZL or MKL guys. Like we need to diversify.
It's like we need a new talent pool.
Like yeah.
Wow. That
we need
is
to
going to be really
diversify.
sad because he's been hounding me in DMs to put in a good word for him because he really wants a team.
Oh, Bats is a good guy. Bats is
Hey,
Dude,
in the end of the
that's
day, though, we got to
great
take
guy.
what we can get, you know. So like I think there's like one guy on the waiting list that like I want to get in. Like nobody else is really like active. It's that Wit guy.
Yes.
Oh, he always pops up in the gen chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
I
to get
think
him.
I think
in.
I would prefer for him to have a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think the unfortunate thing about the Illuminati is whenever we come back, we put out heat. But the problem is we come back post Super Bowl every time.
Yeah.
We gotta for sure.
Different
come
this
back
time.
and start
Like
it.
start at the beginning.
It's
of the cycle.
actually
Yeah,
actually
go strong.
good. This is actually good. You want to know why? Because like we get the guys that are diehard. You know, like we got the guys that are diehard and they're still grinding it, even though they're like, oh, I don't want to play. You know, like they're still grinding.
Well, you
Yeah.
say that, but the truth is we've lost like 10 members. You know,
Yeah.
10 guys have dropped out, and I only imagine that more are going to drop out as we go on. I mean, how many have gotten replaced? I mean, the Panthers, Steelers, we just lost the Chargers. We've lost hella dudes.
So I don't think when it comes to the turnover we've had, I'm actually very pleased with the amount that we've had. Like I don't feel like the turnover that we have had has been turnover from like guys losing interest. I think it's just been turnover from guys sucking, right? Like they've been bad owners. It's not been like they lost interest, you know?
So what I've noticed is, at least the way it is in MKL, whenever we first start, we usually get a new like 10 guys at the start of every cycle.
Yeah.
And after the first season, we'll maybe lose like 6. And usually after that, we replace 2 users every single year after that. We replace about 2 users every cycle, every year. And we usually go like 5-6 years. That's the way it is for us, at least. So I think it's like common.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing it up. Sorry, I didn't mean to crap on the league.
No, you're
That
good.
was
You're
funny.
good. You're good. You're good. But
Do
yeah,
you guys also do CFB for MKL?
No.
Hell
So
no.
what we did was that's actually a very considered effort we made was we said, listen, we're not doing college football. If you guys want to do college football, so the way we are in MKL, we don't send our guys anywhere. Like if somebody asks us, yo, what's another league we should join? We're like, if somebody says another league, we kick them. We're like, you don't. We're like, you don't.
That's a Luar. That's a USSR, huh?
We're like, yeah. I mean, listen. That's just the way we are. You know, we're very. It's a monarchy over there. But we had a couple
sometimes
guys
you
who
get
wanted-
kicked without even recommending other leagues.
But for us, we had a couple of guys. I don't know if you guys know Sniper, Wavy, those guys. Blessed. They wanted to play college football, so we're like, okay. So they made their own college football league, and they had that up for a little bit. It actually ran pretty well. We started up MKL. We were going, and then they wanted to start a Madden league. They really wanted to start a Madden league. They started the Madden league, and then their CFP league died.
Yeah, they tried to like start a mutiny, like their own like a coup d'etat, you know what I'm saying, in their own Madden league, and then they killed the college league. We kind of like endorsed the college. We were like, oh, you want to play college? Can play with the same guys from our league, you know? And we endorsed it. Well, they ended up having a coup, so they got cooked. They got backed up, and they lost everything. So, GG go next.
I would
Yeah.
what so when it comes to the topic of college football, if the Madden classes transferred over, I would be all for it.
Dude, I've been having a lot of fun on college lately. I kind of stopped because all my leagues died. I've been having fun. Stinky hates it because I blew him out.
I think it's good.
I'm all for college, but I think if you're trying to run a Madden league and a college league at the same time,
conflict event. Yeah,
it's
gonna
not.
mess up your brain.
It's not going to work. I think you need to have one league. That's why we chose Madden, because Ragin likes Madden, and I was like, yeah, whatever Ragin wants, I want. So we did Madden for Rage, and we were just a Madden league in general. But I think you got to pick one league and go with it because you're gonna have like too much crossover between two leagues.
So one thing that Bradley spoke about, and I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, could be confidential. I don't know.
Oh snap!
The one thing he talked about was if this happens and they have crossover, he threw around the idea of if you're in one league, you cannot play in the other.
I agree with that.
Now, does that mean that like everyone in the college league is like straight ass? I don't know. I have no idea. Like, are you gonna get relegated? Like, if you suck in the Madden league,
and we could also something that we could do also, just like speaking hypothetically, ideals that have been tossed before, and we actually kind of had an opportunity to explore this already, but we opted not to. Find a college league that doesn't have any media and be like, "Yo, come to our table." So we could like engraft in an already established college league.
See, the problem, I don't know, would you guys let the admins play because the problem is that I see with this is at the end of the day, the most important thing is making sure your admins don't get burnt out. And from what I see, at least, is the two guys that carry the weight here are three. There's three. It's Luar, it's BKO, and it's obviously you, Bradley. And if now you three are all working in the college league as well, I mean, it's not a good recipe for the Illuminati.
What you just said there, let me chime in on that subject, right? I feel like our entire admin team is pulling weight. I feel like the person who is pulling the least weight on the admin team right now is me. And on that note, I do want to like issue an apology to the league. I've been very distant these last few weeks, and it's not a good look. So I apologize, guys. Life is busy, but we committed and we're gonna roll. But I do agree with what you're saying. You don't want to burn people out. I
think that's why he pitched the idea of an already established league, because they'd have their own admins already, and then we just kind of like
ingrain them into the infrastructure.
Yeah, like I have no idea.
I mean, but you got to from the point of the other league. What are they getting at? All they're getting out is this media. If I'm a league and I'm already established, and some other guys come in and they're like, "Hey, like we're gonna make you guys media," I'm like, "Okay, but like what? Again, why? What are we getting?
What's the benefit for them? Yeah. What's the perk?
But it's just like you show them like, "Hey, look at this really popular Madden league. They endorse the CFP league. Look at all their stuff. This must be a really good college league if they endorse it like that."
I think
seems like it'd help with recruiting.
I don't think they really care.
If I set out to find a college league willing to engraft into us, I would find a killer college league. Okay. I'm confident that I would be able to do that if I set out to do it. Granted, there's probably going to be a lot of like really good college leagues that wouldn't want to do that, right? Like imagine if someone came to the MKL and be like, "Yo, won't you come and graft into what we're doing?" Right? Like that person would probably get shot, right? You know, right? Because like you guys are like die hard for what you've built. Like you've built this amazing thing, and everybody is proud of what has been built. But that sense of pride, it's not everywhere, you know, and like a lot of people are tired, you know. So like I think I could find really good bones of a league that is tired. And being like,
what he's saying is he wants to find the desperate, struggling single mother with kids, and he wants to go ahead and
you know what league I think you would have loved, Bradley, which is a shame you never got to meet them when they were around. But me and Steady used to be a part of this league called Chai. Steady was talking about it earlier.
I was just talking about
and
that.
Chai's was genuinely. Before I've only ever really played in 4 leagues. Guardians, which was Evo's league. I got booted for there because I was better than Astro. Let's see, there was
Stiggy, I got booted for the same reason.
As MK.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, guess what?
Brother,
Guess what? I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this.
Language.
If I remember right, I believe
you
I booted Astro. I booted Astro.
What is going on?
Obviously,
did I take Astro's team?
No, he was the Jets.
Oh,
did I boot Astro or did Astro quit?
Season when I think he quit, but I think
I know it was controversial and like he didn't like me.
Steady didn't really play that much the first season.
Yeah, I joined
And
late.
that's when Astro was there. Yeah, I remember you didn't play like a lot of your games.
No, I joined late. I played all
No,
my
no,
games.
no.
I just
But
joined
like
late.
you were like on vacation or something. But you joined like definitely in, like the second half.
I shouldn't say this, but when you joined Steady, right? Like Evo was like the right hand man, right?
He told me
And
not. He told you not to give me the Dolphins.
he did
I
tell me
remember
not to
that.
do that because he said that you would destroy everybody with them.
God.
But he told me
Evo
when I
hyped you up as
asked
like some
about you,
cheeser.
right? When I asked about you, he basically said he's one of the best owners you'll ever have in a league, but we booted him from Guardians. And I'm like, why'd you boot him if he's one of the best you've ever had? And he legit told me he's just too good. He's just too good. Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Listen, in that league, the standard is if you're better than Astro, you can. Simple as that.
What's Astro doing these days?
He
Is
still plays
playing?
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still
Can
plays
we get him
there.
in Illuminati? Can we get him in Illuminati?
I actually help him out. Sometimes he says, "Hey, Steady, what do I do?" I give him the cheese, you know.
I mean,
I gave him the college cheese, and now he's gonna go recruit all the really good players.
Of course,
Yeah.
Wisconsin. He got the cheese.
how is Guardians doing these days?
They just shut down their Madden League, and now they're gonna do college for the rest of the year.
Really?
So
Really?
that's right.
Huh.
Wow.
didn't
Need,
But the hype was revitalized because now they're doing that. Like I thought they were dead, to be honest. But
didn't Evo completely like he's like off?
that I don't know where Evo went, dude. He vanished.
Like
Let's
Evo,
see.
Evo leaving them was like when Cal left MKL, like just completely just vanished one day.
I mean, Evo's got like 70 kids, dude. That guy's pullout game is ass. Terrible.
What in the world?
I remember
That guy has too many kids, bro.
Evo and Katie get after it, man.
Bro, on God they do.
If you know his woman's name, yeah. Yeah.
He almost
Yeah.
hopped in that last commentary stream we did that was just a total failure. He almost hopped in to do commentary with us, but it was too late.
The one with where I played Stinky?
Yeah, I don't know, like the tech on my
Man.
end, like it was not cooperating that night.
Just not a good day for you, bro.
I mean, you had some issues on this one too, so seems to be a running trend. Cook, buddy, you're done.
But
I'm
you gotta
like
get it ready for
I'm
playoffs so
like
we
I'm
can
like
get
Luar,
some
but
games.
like streaming, you know.
Yeah, right. And
So people complain.
instead of like playing Fortnite, you do like
I clip my
Real
games.
life
I just put my game. I clip
Steady.
it on YouTube. I just don't even bother
What's
streaming
up?
because I know I'm going to turn it off in 10 minutes.
We need we've talked about it, but like we need to hop in the lab and you need to take me to school.
I mean, man, I've been trying.
This
You're
is
just
bad.
so-
This is bad. Like
You know-
I'm gonna write out this cycle, right? I'm gonna write out this cycle. But like if there's no progress, I think next cycle I'm just gonna do media. I'm just gonna do media and like I'll make draft classes. I'll make the dopest draft classes possible.
Listen, Bradley, I think what we do when somebody really sucks in the MKL, we
Yeah.
send them we get them in a party with a Doc with the Glock. That's
Yeah.
what we do. We get
It's like a meme. It's a huge meme that like everyone just runs. Like whatever Doc is, he has a bunch of disciples that just run whatever
Listen,
he's.
I'm gonna be honest. His disciples, though, listen, they go 10-7. They make the playoffs. They get destroyed by whoever the are.
Listen, if I went 10-7 and made the playoffs, like bro.
That's why the Doc disciples, they all stay in the league. They all stay in the league. The MKL has like the same 5 guys rotate out in and out of the AFC and NFC championship games, but all the Doc disciples stay in the league because they all still win.
Man.
So
I
funny.
need to. Well, I'll make this my political party, Doc. Okay, the Doc disciples.
So funny.
All right, gentlemen. We have been at this for over an hour. As we wrap up, I think the most important thing we can do while we wrap up is just acknowledge the greatness of Jumper, right? So
What
how far is Jumper going in the playoffs? No, I'm joking. So like let's go around the table real quick. Simple question. What's the Super Bowl going to be? Steady? What's the Super Bowl?
I mean, truthfully, I think it'd be hard to not just say myself versus Stinky. But am I allowed to say that, or do I have to pick someone else that's not me?
No, you can say it.
Okay, well, that's what I think. And then obviously the runner-up would be H-Coke if it's not me. I mean, certainly, I think my team's a lot more poised for next year, but certainly we could get it done here. So that's where I stand. That's where I'm at. But really, I don't think Cheech is beating Stinky again, and it's really only between those two for me right now. A little glaze action.
Okay. Luar, who you got in the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be Steady from the NFC and Cheech. I think I'm pretty. I don't know, like Cheech or Stinky, but I think it's going to be Steady because like if he gets to like the conference championship, he's going to take the gloves off and beat whoever he has to beat.
Okay. Stinky, who you got?
I mean, listen. Let me put this out. Cheech beat me. You know, we were talking Madden Cheech. We're talking the Madden game, right? Cheech beat me because of a throw out. I was up 10 with ball at his 40-yard line with 4 minutes left. Throw out a sack, pick 6, and then Keaton Mitchell drops a wide open touchdown the next drive when I get ball back. So we're gonna take care of Cheech in the AFC Championship game. I mean, listen, it's gonna be one of the MKL guys. But if I had to guess who, H Coke's 11-0, 12-0. So I guess I'll ride with him for now. But if it could easily be Steady or Doc, I wouldn't doubt it. It's gonna be one of those three.
Okay. Chef, who you got?
Stinky H Coke.
Stinky H Coke. Okay. For me, who I would like to see in the Super Bowl. Okay. Not Jumper. I know, like you guys are like people probably like I don't want Jumper to make the Super Bowl. Like I love Jumper. If Jumper made the Super Bowl, I'd be like, I'm proud of you, son. Go win it. But
he finally owned him.
I would like to see what in my ideal world there will be no repeat Super Bowl winners. Right? I don't want repeat Super Bowl winners. I want different Super Bowl winners every season. So
maybe repeat participants, maybe.
Yeah. Who I would like to see in the Super Bowl. I want to see Doc in the Super Bowl. Okay? I want to see Doc in the Super Bowl. And narrative-wise, from the pure scope of narrative-wise, I don't know if he gets past Steady, though. I want to see Cheech in the Super Bowl. I want to see Cheech so we can get that rookie quarterback in there, okay? But rookie quarterback aside, if he didn't have that rookie quarterback that we've built this narrative around, I think Stinky has dominated in the AFC so far. So I would like to see either Stinky and Doc or Cheech and Doc, right? One other question. We consistently like hype these like consistent powerhouse teams, right? Who's a dark horse, right? Like who's a dark horse? A team that like nobody is talking about but could potentially make a run. I mean, there's Jumper, right?
Would you say one from each conference?
Yeah, that would be good. One from each conference.
I still have a lot of faith in Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, I could see that.
Again, it's just dark horse. So.
Yeah.
Luar wants to hop his skinny little off Fortnite. Maybe he'd have a chance, but that guy
no chance.
is so dedicated to Fortnite. I mean, that guy plays more Fortnite than anybody.
You talking about me?
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm on Roblox
Fortnite
now,
guy.
man.
Oh, okay.
I think NFC dark horses.
NFC
dark horses. I think this just brings credibility to Steady's claim of the NFC dominance, right? But those NFC North teams, right? Like nobody's really talking about the Bears. Nobody's really talking about the Bears.
So, I think Dom beat Doc by like a couple touchdowns.
Yeah. The only other potential NFC dark horses I think would be at this point, can he really be classified as a dark horse? Jumper, and then also like don't count him out.
Christ.
Don't count out the Cardinals owner. Dude's won bowls in other leagues. Like
I don't know about.
He's won bowls in other leagues, and like I don't know if you guys have like talked with him. Like he's not active in chat, right? He's not active in chat, but like if you talk to him, like the dude is a college basketball coach, and like a lot of the games he's like, I believe there's some games he's missed. It's because of that. So
In order for him to make the bowl, he would have to be two of the NFC North teams, most likely. The one who would make the conference championship and the one who he plays in the first round.
He's won. This guy's
That
won
guy
bowls.
hasn't beaten anybody.
The
in
Cardinals
our league.
owner, I know, but in other leagues, he has won bowls in multiple leagues, right? I know of 2 leagues that he's won bowls in. I believe one of the leagues he won bowls in was Fearless, right? And like Fearless, that was top level comp. Like, are they around at all anymore? Is Fearless a thing anymore?
I don't think so.
No, but I'm pretty sure that Q won bowls in the Fearless League, and that's top level comp. Like, that's not like a scrub league, right? Like, those guys were like goats. So I think he's a dark horse.
Especially, there's none of those
Especially
leagues around anymore.
we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it in any of the shows, but I definitely talked about it with some of you guys privately before we launched. But like, I think one of the things that made me want to come back and do this again was the realization that all of these leagues that were like the top media leagues, they're gone. Like, where'd they go?
Yeah, like Crossfire. Yeah.
COVID carried, so they all got backed up, I guess. I don't know.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Those who hung out with us live in the chat, thank you. We bless you guys, and get your games in. Playoffs coming up soon. Peace.